Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
All right, good afternoon everyone, and thanks for joining us on the program Stewardship with SNB, live from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. This program is watched all over the world via our social media handles such as YouTube at Rstv Online and Facebook at Rstv CH22 Online. You can also watch us on GoTV channel 142 and Star Times channel 113. Our telephone lines will be displayed on your TV screens for you to connect to the studio to have your say on the program. Because this program is created for you to have an interface and interactions with what is happening here in the studio. My name is Solomon Nelson Bread. We'll take a short break, and when we return, I'll tell you who my guests in the studio are. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
Recently, the leadership of Simplified Movement in Nasarawa local government area inaugurated ward executives across the 13 local government, wards that make up the local government in that area. And so today we're going to focus on how the Simplified Movement in Nasarawa is faring and how the leadership is also been able to carry everybody along to make sure that the Simplified Movement succeeds in its way. And so today on the program, I have with me in the studio very eminent Nigerian and Rivers sons. First is a former two-time commissioner here in Rivers State, a former member of the Federal House of Representatives. He has been this, he has been that. We can't begin to catalog them, but he's simply identified as Alabo PAWORISO HORSFALL. Thank you, Alabo, for coming to our program.
Thank you for having me, and good afternoon, viewers.
Okay. I also have with me in the studio Comrade Engineer SOMINA WOKOMA, is the Publicity Secretary of Simplified Movement in Asarato area. Comrade WOKOMA, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Rivers people.
All right. Gentlemen, let me start with Alabo PAWORISO HORSFALL. We were made to understand that before now, there were leadership tussle, there were leadership problems. Has the last been heard about that? I mean, the Simplified Movement in Asarato. Have we heard the last?
We have long heard the last. Asarato Simplified Movement is clearly under my leadership. There is no contest about that anymore. We are united and we are all simplified.
Okay.
There's no other issue.
Is that your take too?
Yes, the Simplified family in Asarato is united. We are one under able leader, Alabo PAWORISO Samuel HORSFALL. Indeed, Alabo PAWORISO Samuel HORSFALL, we call him a veteran politician. He's a field marshal in Nasarawa Politics in the politics of Rivers State. So Simplified Movement in Nasarawa is lucky to have him as our leader, and we are one united family. There is no division in Nasarawa Simplified family.
Okay, let me turn to Alabo PAWORISO HORSFALL. You recently inaugurated ward executives in Nasarawa local area as it relates to Simplified Movement. How did it all go? Could you tell us?
Thank you very much. It went well, very, very successful. And that was after the inauguration of the LGA ESCOs on the 1st of March at the Autograph Center. The Simplified movement in Asari Toro inaugurated the World ESCOs. In the 13 wards, we have about 221 ESCO members. And then we also have elders and stakeholders, which we inaugurated part on the 1st of March and the other half on the 11th of March. So totaling about 390 stakeholders, elders and stakeholders, in addition to the 221 ward executives. I wish you were there, or if you have clips of it.
Okay, let's just take a look at the control room. Assist us with the video clips of the activities of the Simplified movement in Asari Toro, where the executive members. Okay, that's it. Let's take a listen to what's really going on.
Omni and then the World ESCOs of the Simplified movement in ASALGA. And Omni man and then Simplified movement never begin. Won't you from wards 1 to 13 also forward? Moko Afri you make Rstv banner. Omnima and then Simplified movement member ambassadors. The word maybe Simplified movement man almost pay what it. And here I begin on my bow, but I could confidence in our men. I know that Omni Mass Malanga Baru group Baru party so in Mete Omni and Mabia. Omni Ma Ane Simbe of victory man to Supreme Court bill. Now again, Thanksgiving matter on the 31st. Let me not forget the number one again, but for now, on the 31st, Omnima Ane Tomima Pakambo World and second, okay, when it's time to be my Pakambo, the same so make you that. Asari Toro, we are Asari Toro, we are simplified. Asari Toro, we are simplified. Yes, there is more power, excess power. Omna Brana need. So me Asari Toro. I hereby inaugurate you as your various World ESCOs with the mandate to deliver SIM Cobra at all levels, at all times. Congratulations.
Alabo, that was you at Asari Toro inaugurating the board executives. What are the takeaways from there? You spoke elaborately in Kalabari language. What are the takeaways from there?
You know, the simple takeaway from there is that
and then the word
from 1 to 13, you saw them lined up. That we are giving them the responsibility to deliver on all fronts as it pertains or concerns the simplified movement. This is all about.
It authorize the rallies.
It is not by his prompting. These are lovers of Rivers State and lovers of the governor who are making it known to him that, is there any talk about structures here and there? It's all gone. You are the one that is on ground. Now you will know. And with the follow person where Sabi Road, Governor Simfubra, now you know road, though, now make we follow you. That's what you are seeing. You know? And he's thanking the Rivers people for that support election victory, and also thanksgiving to God for the Supreme Court's victory.
We saw a massive crowd, like in those pictures that we're seeing there. It was a mammoth, massive crowd. Was it borrowed? Was it?
And that is not even the rally. This is not the rally. This is inauguration.
I inaugurate you as your various world escorts
leaders
with the mandate
and stakeholders
to deliver SIMPLIFIED at all levels, at all times. Congratulations. And then the world escorts of the simplified movement in ASALGA. And now simplified movement never quickly. Won't you from words 1 to 13? Also for word. Moko, after you make come na study, Banal. And now simplified movement never ambassadors. The word maybe simplified movement, man. Almost pay one day. And here I begin on my bow, but I could
Members of the simplified family and members of the
confidence in
not only members of PDP, but members of the simplified family. It's made up of all.
How many mass more than that?
Parties. We have APC members, APGA,
Baru group, Baru party, so inmated.
Executives that you see, our leader inaugurate there, they are not just playing minutes.
How many man? And then Simba or victory man. Tell them I Supreme Court bill. Now again, Thanksgiving matter over again. On the 31st. Everybody pick the number one again, but for now, on the 31st. And then to me, my Pakambo, and second, okay, what is that to me, my Pakambo, now I remember to see me so make you that. I started to
she has her own right to decide where she wants or what she wants to do with her life after office or still in office. Being a vice chairman does not mean that her right of association has been taken from her. No, she still has a right to belong to where. And it's not that she is out of the PDP, but that she is following what is right in the party. There's a leader that we know, we say party is supreme. When party is supreme, the leader of the party that we know is the governor of the state. And she cannot be loyal to the former leader of the party when there is a present leader. So the vice chairman shows the right path to follow that. Look, I have to be simplified because SIM is the governor of the state and is the leader of the party automatically. Is the leader of the party.
Compound.
Okay, that's why I still have the mantle of leadership up till now.
You know, it is like a divine thing. You know, people you see there are the real PDP members. Whether they have sojourned, they are back. But they have PDP as their DNA. Now they have added Simplified as part of their DNA. So it is PDP simplification DNA that you have in their systems.
All right, interesting to hear a lot of...
And nobody came from Port Harcourt. We made sure that all these officers that you see here are residents. They reside in Buguma.
And the nearby communities.
Yes, and the nearby communities, you know. So this crowd you're seeing, it's a very small fraction of what you will see
on the day of the rally.
On the day of the rally.
Okay, talking about the rally, Alabo, there's a growing trend these days that whenever Simplified movement plan to hold rallies, venues are either burnt down or canopies pulled down or attacks launched. What steps are you taking to forestall such occurrence when you finally get ready to hold the rally?
Well, well, thank you very much. First of all, the overall political leader of that local government is Right Honorable Boma Goodhead. The member representing Akukutoro, Asari Toro Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, National Assembly. You know who she is. Secondly,
I know her as a member of the Federal House of Reps. I don't know the other thing.
In our local parlance, we will say that Ake Kosware. That you know.
She has the balls.
She has the ball.
Yes, she's a woman.
Yes, she's a woman. She is rugged herself. She's also dogged. She's a no-nonsense woman. If anybody tries to bring that around her, she has the recipe to contain such activity. Then after her, you dare not come to me. That is the field marshal. You dare not try it. When we were having the concerned ASALGA patriots, there was an attempt when
on the 4th of January.
Yes, on the 4th of January. You know, when the local government council chairman, you know, we suspect that, you know, arranged the throwing of dynamite in our midst. Now, on this inauguration, we also heard that he was going to repeat such thing or even more violence, you know. And I simply told them to invite him to come with his people to cause that violence. Let me see. Because as a rhetoric, the way we are now, we have said to ourselves that no more violence. No more violence. Anybody who tries that as a community, as a local government, we will grab you and hand you over to the law enforcement agents. As the law enforcement agents are trying to get you, we will assist them to grab you, to get you, and hand you over to them. So let's see who is that person that will come and try such a thing. We'll all be there.
Okay, Comrade WOKOMA, yes. Do you have anything to add in respect of attacks that we hear about?
Attacks that we hear about, they know that they will not try it in Bugum and Saratoro, because The man is
there was an
sitting
early
there.
attempt.
There was an attempt, and also asked them, when that attempt was made, did you run away or they were chased? They've shown us what saying to the general public that come that day of our rally, follow us. And then our political leader, the Bumagu that he told you, she is a no-nonsense woman and she will not allow that happen in Asaratoru.
Okay, you're still watching Stewardship, reaching in from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. This program is watched all over the world via our social media handles, Rstv at YouTube at Rstv22ph, and then at Facebook at Rstv22ch online. These are all social media platforms. You can connect to us and you can watch it in the comfort of your telephone, wherever you may be, whether in the UK, in the US, wherever you may be. Rstv is your friend in your living room. Better still, you can connect to us via our telephone lines that we displayed on your TV set control room, because this program is for you watching us there. And so you can connect to us via the telephone lines already displayed on your TV set and then have your say. We're discussing the simplified movement in Asaratoru local government area and how prepared they are to get Asaratoru simplified. True or false? We have a caller here. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello? Oh, we lost it. Asaratoru simplified. True or false?
Asaratoru is 101% simplified.
Okay, now, we saw the crowd. Actually, I'm still interested in that crowd we saw.
Yes.
Now, there's a possibility that politicians are people of double speak. Pardon me, if that will not be very comfortable. They are people of double speak. What is the guarantee that the crowd we saw at the inauguration will remain intact until the rally day?
Like I've told you earlier, Solo, these are specific.
Politicians lobby.
No, these are specific.
Highest bidder takes it all, or something.
See,
We saw the movement from Obiakpo, some members of the GDI, Obiakpo, to the simplified movement. In days to come, we'll hear.
But that was the initial date that we had.
All right.
But there's a possibility that it will change.
Okay, we have
So-
a caller here. Just one moment, sir. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Could you turn down the volume of your TV set? Thank you. Thank you. Have you done so? Hello? Hello? Oh, we lost it. Please do well to turn down the volume of your TV set so that we don't hold back, and then we can have a very smooth conversation. Most of you want to hear yourself. You can only hear yourself after the program. Call us, move away from the TV set, or turn down the volume so that you can have a smooth conversation with us. Alabo, you had a thought you wanted to put across.
Yes, I said those persons are specific persons with offices. Ward officers, ESCOs, elders, stakeholders. And they are decorated all over according to their wards. That's the crowd you're seeing.
Okay.
Ward 1 to 13, they are seated in their canopies and their chairs. The rest people you see seated with me are the LGA ESCOs and other leaders, you know, of the...
That's you in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a caller here. Good afternoon. Hello. 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 Oh, we're having difficulty connecting to viewer. All right. Okay. We can see some pictures there. Could you explain what we're seeing there?
Yeah, these are the word ESCOs you see that were standing that I was inaugurating, you know, and then look at them at their different canopies, you know, and then you have there's simplified movement registration ongoing.
Oh, really?
You know, for some time, and if you hear the numbers, you'll be amazed. Coming from the wards,
In Asaratoru,
people who are currently residing in there, the ones that are going to come from outside have not even come, and yet we have very impressive numbers, you know, per ward that can be clearly declared as
Okay, let's hear from this
majority.
one. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Oh, telephone lines are really acting up. We should still apologize, but keep trying. Maybe you'll get to us as we keep trying. It is not our fault. Let me clearly say that. Maybe network providers are to blame. We have another caller here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, could you move away from your TV set? All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Austin. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm calling from Okoshi.
Austin, thank you for joining us from Rumokrosi. Hello, Austin. Oh, Austin, we lost Austin there. I think that telephone lines are really acting about telephone. The network providers themselves are to blame, but keep trying, like I said. Okay, we are on the 1 o'clock mark. We'll just take a short break. But before we do that, let's hear from this caller. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Justice. I'm calling from GRA.
Justice, calling from? GRA. Okay, Justice, thank you for joining us.
I want to greet your guest in the studio.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to add my voice. It's a fine movement.
You want to add your voice? Okay.
My total support is given to them in the time come.
All right.
We should keep it up also. Since he's a good governor, and our massive support is for him. That is what I have to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Your support is for SIM, as always. All right. Okay. We'll just take a short break, and when we return, my guest will tell us what they think about the call on Mr. Governor to resign by the caretaker committee chairman of the factional APC here in River State, Chief Tony Okocha. Stay with us.
Stewardship with SNB. 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 Stewardship with SNB.
Okay, if you have just joined us, the program is Stewardship with SNB from the studios of Rstv here in Port Harcourt. My guests in the studio are PAWORISO HORSFALL, is a leader, Simplified Movement in Asarto local government area. I also have with me Consider Secretary, Simplified Movement in Asarto local government area. Gentlemen, once again, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much.
All right, it is no longer news that Chief Tony Okocha, the factional chairman of APC in River State, has called on the governor of River State, Simila Ifobra, to resign. What do you think Tony Okocha actually wants from the governor? First, PAWORISO HORSFALL.
Thank you very much. Excuse me. First and foremost, ordinarily, I wouldn't have loved to join issues, because that would mean like promoting him. But let me look at it first from this angle. Chief Tony Okocha is the caretaker chairman, but we have a substantive elected chairman of APC in the person of the High Chief. Even the Tony himself is not a member of APC.
So where does it derive his powers as chairman of the factional APC in River State?
These are all the rascalities that are involved in the political scene caused by the immediate past governor. that is a core problem. Secondly, this same Chief Tony Okocha is the member representing Rivers State at the NDDC. Representing Rivers State at the NDDC. And you can imagine that such a factional politician represents the state and is doing such a thing. That means that something is ridiculously wrong about his appointment, because such appointments ought to come from the government of the state.
So are you suggesting he doesn't deserve it?
He does not deserve it at all, because if there is any person to represent the state there, it should come from the government, and that is the governor. It should come from the governor of Rivers State. The governor of Rivers State did not nominate. They are still playing that kind of politics that is up to, you know, it is supposed to be obsolete. It is repugnant, but they're still playing it with a view to causing such crisis. Okay, now look at our position in the NDDC. That means that all the supporters of SIM will not have.
They will shut out.
They will shut out. And even in the APC itself, all those who are on the side of the substantive Emeka Beke, you know, led will be shut out. So you can have you will have only those, you know, in his
So in a nutshell, what do you think about this call by Okocha, Tony Okocha, on the governor to resign?
It is of no effect at all. It should be completely disregarded. His antecedents are known. You know, it's probably, you know, a way to have that stomach infrastructure play. So it's not anything that anybody should take seriously at all. And well, from other issues, you would have seen that he is also working hand in hand with the, as long as I'm concerned, the illegitimate assembly or a conglomeration of
Committee of Friends.
yes, the Amewile Assembly is like a committee of friends, you know, because you remember last time when I came out doing that, these are jokers, because in the eyes of the law, there is no way this can stand.
Okay,
Also
come
to
to that.
also
What
to
do you
add to-
think? What do you think of the call for the resignation of the by Tony Okocha?
Yes, to add to what my leader has said, I want to speak that we Rivers people, he went for himself to fight the people's governor. All that Tony Okocha has been doing in the state is to incite trouble. Tony Okocha was given that office, the caretaker committee chairman of APC, to come and ferment trouble in Rivers State. And Rivers State now, we don't want problems. We are a peace-loving people. We have a peaceful governor. So Tony Okocha and his cohorts ought not to be there. And again, my leader rightly told us that he is standing on legality. It's not legal. There is a substantive chairman. So bringing him as a caretaker committee chairman to cause confusion, even in the party in the state and in the state generally, is not good for Rivers people.
And just to add to it, why was he calling on the governor to resign? He claims that the governor is visionless. He's not embarking on any developmental project. He's not continuing on the road projects that his predecessor had done and all that, whatever. I mean, this clearly shows that the Chief Tony Okocha himself has lost touch with Rivers people. He does not know at all what is going on in the state.
So one is wondering, if actually Tony Okocha represents the Amiwele-led assembly, don't you think his cry for resignation is a prelude to the storm of impeachment gathering momentum?
No, you see, that has always been on their border. Anybody who knows the immediate past governor would know that when he's out to do something, irrespective of whatever intervention that has happened, that thing that is at the back of his mind, he would want to make sure that he achieves it. This problem all started by impeachment, and he wants to see how far it will go until he succeeds in doing that. We know that he would fail, but you can see that the kind of charges the so-called assembly members are putting up, they are piling them up, and one day it will in their own minds, it will seem to be like this catalog of impeachable offense, and then begin to do whatever they want to do with it. But I mean, it's very unfortunate.
So, WOKOMA, is Tony Okocha calling for the impeachment of Mr. Kaba with this cry for resignation?
Tony Okocha, yes, it's actually, remember the governor asked a question, a $1 billion question. What have I done? Which they don't have any answer to give. So all that they are doing, they are looking for an answer that in case they strike again, they are planning to strike again. We are aware that they are planning to strike again. So they are looking for, okay, you will not have the opportunity to ask that question again, what have I done? So all that they are doing is trying to tell us, look, this, he has not done, he refused to do this, so that's what Tony Okocha and his team, that's what they are doing. Trying to see how when they strike with their impeachment plan again, it will stand as, yes, actually the governor committed this crime, but far, before now, we Rivers will have known that their plans all will lead to zero. Because they're all standing on illegality and they cannot stand.
All right, Alabosa, while Rivers people were still grappling with the cry for resignation from Tony Okocha, the Amiwele-led assembly sat 1 or 2 days ago to amend the local government law to say that council chairman's tenure should be elongated. What do you think? Will that call for anarchy?
I don't think it will call for anarchy because, first and foremost, do they have such constitutional powers to elongate the tenure? The tenures of the 3 tiers of government are clearly stipulated in the Constitution. Whatever powers they claim to have to either oversee the local governments does not amount to the power of elongation. They don't have such powers. And I thought that if they had good legal advisors, they would not have done what they did. Just like when the immediate past governor came up to say that if they had told him that they were going to defect, he would have advised otherwise. So even the immediate past governor knows that for the fact that they have defected, at this time,
he didn't know that they were going to defect.
Yes.
Yes, So you see, even himself knows that they have goofed, and that it's a matter of time that they would be clearly declared. I mean, there are Supreme Court cases, that can be judgments that can be referenced, on such matters, which of course the Supreme Court itself will not go otherwise. They moved from a peaceful.
Then they have also amended the law to suit that decision.
The SARS, who are the people sitting in the first place? Well, in the eyes of the law, they are not lawmakers.
But the law has not said so.
No, the law has not said so. But we, the people that they are representing, we know what the law says. And we are all waiting patiently for the law to affirm it. That this is what the law said, and it has to be done. So wherever they are meeting, whatever they do, it is of no use to us, because we, the people, that they feel that they think that are representing, do not see them as such. And you can imagine, if they are well taught, if they are well taught, and if they know what they are doing, will they dabble into tenure elongation? That means Abia State House of Assembly can stand up one day, they want to elongate tenure, and all the 36 states, the House of Assembly members will begin to elongate tenure to whenever they like. Is that constitutional? Is that how the Nigerian society is run? So what they are doing, they don't have what it takes to do that. And anarchy, where anarchy will come is when it is ascended to what they are saying, what they are planning now, that they want to impose it on us. They are saying that it is a must on we the people. Then we the people will revolt against them. But now that they are just doing, when committee of friends gather, when friends gather, they will gist. And their normal gist is okay, let's do this law. Let's do this law. Where is the law going to? Where is it going to? Who will take it? I can please do nothing.
As a very senior legislator, we're in the 10th Republic. I was a 3rd Republic legislator in the National Assembly. These bills are not just passed the way this kangaroo, non-existent step. But this one, 1 minute, bam, bam, they are just behaving like.
Okay, Alabo, if you were in Governor Foba's shoes, how would you tackle this situation?
Of this allegation thing?
Yes.
Just ignore them. Just ignore them. When the tenure elapses, they must leave that seat.
Sure.
They must leave that seat.
How do they leave?
Their tenure.
If the assembly says sit down there,
if the assembly says sit down there and the constitution says go, which one?
So who will enforce?
The people will stand to protect.
No, look at it now. If assembly,
they seem to have the police on their side.
When the time comes, the Rivers people will become the police themselves too.
Yes.
And then we will see if the president himself will brazenly support such. I have a very strong feeling that by now he may have realized the unconstitutionality of that action, of that agenda.
8-point resolution.
Yes. And the first of it all is for him to have requested that the assembly members should return. Because the Constitution, as me and you well know now, that it states clearly that upon such an act, this is automatic that you have lost the seats. And the Edison-led assembly at that time had also taken the appropriate steps and had written to INEC. The national party PDP2 is in court, and they also wrote, to INEC, which you are aware.
The elders of the state were in court.
Yes, and the elders of the state too are in court. Now they are in court because this is a matter that affects the whole of the country. Our constitution, if it is to the Christians, our Bible, if it is to the Muslims, their Quran, if it is to any other, that is what the constitution is.
Opponents to go and read the book The Heart of War by Sun Tzu. If you read that book, you understand that Governor Sim Fubara is not just an accountant, but Governor Sim Fubara is a war marshal. He fights his wars strategically, and in strategic wars, you hardly will lose or be pinned to the wall.
You see, the days of noise, the days of that is what he's saying now. The days of noise making and exhibiting that is gone. They are over. They are over. You are looking at a situation where somebody is acting wisely, strategically, even diplomatically, and is achieving results. The most important thing to him, the governor, are his people, the Rivers people. The Rivers people. And so he would not want to attack and then create a situation. That's perhaps what they want. Yeah. So that they can run to the president to declare a state of emergency. Foul.
It's not possible that they will pin our government.
So how do we come out of this on ending crisis? First, let me take it before